Hello students, today we are going to study about the rest of the chapter named His First Flight. That day up to reach of his beak I explained. Now you see that how Seagull's mother tries to teach him. She is motivating her child for making his flight. As the child fears to make his flight, he thinks that his wings will not support him. But you know that it is mother who is our first teacher. So it goes on not only in the human society but also in the animal society. So just start. He waited a moment in surprise. The seagull, he means seagull, he waited a moment in surprise, wondering why she did not come nearer. Then maddened by hunger, he waited his mother's approaching to him. He thinks that his mother came to feed him. So he is surprising why she doesn't come to near him, why she doesn't give him the fish in his beak. So he waits for a moment, surprisingly. But when he finds that his mother is not coming, he becomes mad. He becomes mad of hunger. He is very hungry, so he gets maddened by hunger. He dived at the fish. He tries to take the fish from his mother, so he jumps to catch the fish. With a loud scream, he fell outwards and downwards into space. For taking the fish, he jumps, he skims in the space, upwards and downwards with a loud cry because he is hungry. So he tries to catch the fish from his mother's beak. So he jumps out and down into the space. Then a monstrous terror, very huge terror. Then a monstrous terror stopped him. A terror came to him. He feared. Then a monstrous terror seized him and his heart stood still. When he tried to jump and escape into the sky, into the space, all of a sudden he felt fear. Fear came on him and stopped him by jumping, moving into the space. His heart became silent. It remained still. He could hear nothing. But it only lasted a minute. He could hear nothing. The seagull, when he was trying to catch the fish from his mother's beak, when the seagull was trying to catch the piece of fish from his mother's beak, he was skimming. He was jumping into the space. All of a sudden he feared. His heart became still, became peaceful. But it did not last. He got victory over his fear. He took strength. His fear was gone. He became courageous. How? It became just sea. He could hear nothing, but it only lasted a minute. The next moment he felt his wings spread outwards. When he was trying to catch the fish remaining into the space, skimming, jumping into the space, he felt that his wings started supporting him. His wings were opening. His wings were opening. He started flying. His wings were spreading. The wind rushed against his breast feathers. When his wings opened, when he flew, the wind came. The wind was filled in his feathers. Then under his stomach and against his wings, the wind rushed against his breast feathers, then under his stomach and against his wings. The wind supported his feathers, then under his stomach it reached, then it came against the wings, it supported the wings. He could feel the tips of his wings cutting through the air. Then he came to know how to cut the air, how to cut the wind by his feathers, by his wings. He could feel the tips of his wings cutting through the air, how to move the wings into the air. He knew. He was not falling headlong now. When he started cutting the wind through his wings, he felt that he was not coming downwards, but he started flying. He was soaring gradually, downwards and outwards, slowly, slowly, gradually, slowly, slowly. He was flying, soaring is flying. He was flying slowly, slowly. Sometimes he was coming down, sometimes he was coming up. So upwards and downwards he was flying as his wings had started supporting him. He was no longer afraid. Then fear was gone. He was not afraid of flying. He won the confidence. He got victory over the fear. He controlled his fear. Yes, victory lies abreast of us. He just felt a bit dizzy. Only he felt himself little bit of giddiness. Some dizzy spells he felt. As he felt, he was spinning around and losing his balance. Okay. Then he flapped his wings once and he soared upwards. Then he controlled again. Life is just where we are facing the struggle. Because if we struggle, surely we will achieve what we want. So, then when he found himself in the problem, he started flapping his wings and again he flew upwards, he started flying upwards. Dizzy spells were gone. There were no dizzy spells to him. He was flying ga 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 kol ah. In this way he was screaming with the happiness. He was giving a very happy shriek with these words ga 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 kol ah. His mother soon passed him with these words ga 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 kol ah. His mother soon passed him, soon pounced. His mother was happy to see him. She was encouraging him. She was giving the happy words. She was shrieking with happiness. She was delighted to see her child making his flight. So she was screaming with delight. Her wings making a loud noise. So she was happy to see her child making flight. He answered her with another scream. He answered her with another scream. When his mother was screaming with the happiness, in the same degree, her child gave the response to her with the happy words. Really, it was the hilarious moment for the mother to see her child flying. He saw his two brothers and his sister flying around him, banking and soaring. Coughing and banking. Coughing means leaping like a horse. Banking here, flying with one wing higher than the other. At the other side of the book, these words are given. So he saw his two brothers and his sister flying around him, coughing and banking and soaring and diving. Now just rest of the family members came there. His brothers, Seagull's brothers and sister came there. They were leaping like a horse. They were flying with their wings higher than the other. They were flying, diving up and down. They were marking their presence. They were telling how they were happy to see their brother to make his first flight. So everyone was happy. His two brothers, his sister were gathering around him with the shrieks of happiness. They were flying up and down, diving as they were happy. They were celebrating the hilarious moments. Next one. Then he completely forgot that he had not always been able to fly. Now he had no sense that he was unknown. He was unknown in regarding making the flight. He completely forgot that he was not able to fly and commanded himself to dive and soar and curve, shrieking, shriek, and gave order to himself to make his flight. He was being ordered by himself to make the flight, to soar into the sky, to curve, to move here and there with the shrieks of happiness. He was knowing the art of flying, although his mother taught him the art of flying. But now, when he was fully confident. His confidence was increased when he found that his wings were supporting him, his wings were opening to fly. He was filled with confidence. So he was cutting the wind. He was soaring, flying, curving, moving here and there in the zigzag way into the space. As now it looks that he became the expert of flying. He knew the art of flying. He was near the sea now, flying straight over it. Now he was near. Although earlier, as he never made his flight before, but now he was near, just above the sky, just above the sea. While he was afraid of flying, he felt he would be drawn in the sea. But now he was filled with confidence. He was flying just over the sea, facing straight out over the ocean, facing towards the vast sea. He had no fear. He had no fear of being drowned. He saw a vast green sea beneath him. Under him, he saw the vast, huge ocean, but there was no fear to him. With little reserve, moving over it, it raises waves. The sea was raising its waves. The waves were rising and falling. But the seagull was making his flight without any fear. Fearlessly he was soaring. He was not afraid of the sea waves. And he turned his beak sideways and cawed amusedly. He turned his face to the other side and he was shrieking happily. He was shrieking happily because now he was no longer afraid of being drawn into the sea. He was filled with confidence. Next. His parents and his brothers and sister had landed on this green flooring ahead of him. His parents, his brothers, his sister, all the family members landed on the sea floor, landed on the green floor of the sea, in front of the seagull. They were beckoning to him. They were calling him, calling shrilly. All of them were calling the seagull, come and do the same, as they landed on the green floor of the sea. But they were not drawn. He dropped his legs to stand on the green sea. The seagull flew down and he stood on his legs on the sea floor, the green sea floor. His legs sank into it. What happened? His legs were reaching inside. His legs were coming down into the water of the sea. He screamed with fright. He feared what was going, whether he was drowning into the sea, he was sinking into the sea because the legs were going down. His legs sank into him. He screamed with fright and attempted to rise again, flapping his wings. And he tried to rise, and he tried to flap his wings to make the flight, as he felt that he was running into the sea, as he was running into the sea. But it was not real. But he was tired and weak with hunger, and he could not rise. As you know that he was hungry, he was tired of making the flight, of flying. He felt himself weak, so he could not rise up. He could not make the flight again. Exhausted, turn the page, exhausted by the strange exercise. So he was exhausted, physically exhausted. He was tired of making such exercises, flying, cutting the wind, soaring up and down, curving here and curving up and down. So by doing these exercises, he was tired. His feet sank into the green sea, so he could not make the flight, but he left his body on the sea floor, on the green sea floor, and he felt that his feet were going inside the water of the sea. Then his belly touched earth. When his legs were coming down into the water, and his belly, his stomach rested on the sea floor and touched it. He sank no further. Soon he found that he was not running, he was not sinking into the water. His body, his belly completely touched the sea floor. So then what happened? He was floating on it. He was not sinking. But now he started floating. He started swimming, skimming on the water. And around him his family was screaming, praising him, and their beaks were offering him scraps of dogfish. Now the rest of the family came there. They were happy. They found that their child, their brother, made his first flight. Then he knew how to float, and he